When a man sins and then does sincere tshuva, that is, returns to his original state before the sin, many people use the term repents, he is renewed with a cleansed conscience, as it says in Hebrews 10:22. Let us draw near to Elohim with a sincere heart and with the full assurance that faith brings, having our hearts sprinkled to cleanse us from a guilty conscience and having our bodies washed with pure water. However, if we continue in our faith and yet continue in some aspect of sin, without working on the removal of this particular sin, whatever that might be, we undermine everything that we do in our service to Hashem, because the dark forces have no substance of their own. They require kedusha, they require holiness to exist. So someone who practices holiness in one place and yet commits unholiness in another place forfeits all his good deeds, and even his good deeds he gets punished for on account that the holiness he generates is legally surrendered over to the side of impurity. Now that's pretty heavy, but it is absolutely true. So this means that evil people and bad situations that come to the world are chiefly the result of people practicing holiness irresponsibly. Dear listener, good deeds do not cancel out sin in any way, shape or form, unless that good deed is directly attached to some form of tshuva from that particular sin. I believe many people today and many people for many years have not given this subject enough thought, and as a consequence are unwittingly walking around like batteries for the side of impurity. Evil people, wicked people, cannot continue to give the evil that empowers them life. They and the situations that surround us are simply the result of people misusing the emet, the truth. Let me explain a little further. Many good things we do, particularly things we excel in already, can become a conscious cleanser to the few evil things we continue to do and fail to address. This makes the redeeming blood of Mashiach of no effect. Rebbe Yeshua is a friend and healer to the sick, not a friend to one who still has some traces of sickness that he is not willing to address. Are you such a person that is awashed with many good deeds, perhaps much Torah study, giving much charity, regular and long prayers, keeping Shabbat, and yet these things alleviate the guilt of an existing undealt with sin? This doesn't mean that you have to acquire and maintain a state of sinlessness, which is impossible. It simply means that any sin that arises is dealt with head on. That is, it is confessed directly to the king, it's renounced, and work is done to protect oneself from committing that same sin in the future. Sin cannot be erased by doing a huge number of good deeds and yet holding on to a few sins. We have to work to destroy all sin in our lives. We can't drown them by continuing to do them, but do many other good things. Tshuva is the key. It should be the number one priority in every honest person's walk with Hashem. It's a subject that an honest student of Torah should be completely familiar with, studying the subject regularly, probing its many facets. On top of this, we have to develop an awareness of what we are thinking, saying and doing on a daily basis, and be ready to, at any moment, change and rectify a behavior that is contrary to Hashem. This is a subject that I believe is very important, and it's very rarely addressed. I hope the contents of this video is helpful. Thanks for listening, and may you have much success in removing your iniquities and eradicating any misbehavior that you can identify. Hey, before you go, if you like this series and you want to find out much more, check out our books, All Lights On in the Master's House, Lightning from the Master's House, Flying Chariot, Fallen Dragon, and Is Alcoholic. All available on Amazon.com and other online bookstores, and help us to continue to spread the word. Also check out our website, Netzarim, where we have many teachings and resources on a myriad of subjects that will enlighten and enhance your walk. Bye for now.